Hey guys, it's Tracy from Country Charm by Tracy, and today I want to share with you how I created the Sweet Summer Watermelon block. And I'll just take you through the video to show you how I painted it and kind of what my technique is, so that you can kind of see what I do here. I love this country look. I love the checkerboard. I love all of this together, so this is just really my style. Okay, so this is the chipboard that I'm using, and so since it's chipboard, I will put on the tag when I have them available that it's for indoor use, because if you know, we just want to keep it protected. But this is what the front looks like. These are from Hobby Lobby. It's by the Paper Studio, the chip Decor, and so I really think that these are great little boards that you can paint on, especially if you can get them on sale. For the pattern of the watermelon, what I did is I took an 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock and I folded it in half, and then I just took my scissors and I just cut it to the size that I want, so that it would give me my watermelon size. Okay, I'm just going to paint the board with some Snow White Americana paint. Okay, one of the tips that I have is I always paint the sides first, so that I can hold it in the middle while I paint around the sides. And so then I just use the corners of the boards to kind of go around so that I can paint it. I almost always paint the back of my projects. I think that it really finishes it off, and I think that it gives it a finished look, because even though you're really not going to see the back, it just is a personal preference. Okay, once the back is dry, I'm going to paint the front, do it the same way. I will do 2 coats on the front. I did 1 coat on the back. Depends on your paint and depends on your preference. But with the Americana paint, I have found that 2 coats work best. I have my watermelon pattern, and I'm going to just draw an outline so that I know where to paint it. And I'm just kind of positioning it here. I know it's kind of hard to see on white, but positioning it enough, leaving me enough space so I can do my checkerboard down here. And just kind of centering it in the lower quadrant of this little board. I'm just using a Mark B. Gone pen that I get in the sewing section, and then now I am just freehanding the rind of the watermelon, just kind of giving it about 3/4 of an inch all the way around. I'm going to start with the rind. I'm using some green paint, and I am going to paint the rind of the watermelon first. I find that this works best for me, but every painter has their own individual style. Next, I will paint the inside of the watermelon using this color of red, using a bigger brush, like I don't know, like a 1-inch flat brush is my favorite for this this type of space. And I'm just filling it in, just going around the lines. And I'll be honest with you, painting takes a lot of patience, but guys, this is my true therapy right here. I just love it so much. All right, this is the way my watermelon is painted. I painted, I like to do the rind first, and then I like to do the inside. I'll paint it, and then I'll paint this. I usually put sometimes 3, 4, it just depends on the paint that you use, but I think the rind has maybe 3 coats, and then this has 4, maybe even 5. So just until I can't see it anymore. So now I'm going to do some shading, and one of my favorite ways of shading these type with these darker colors is using black. And so I'm using a 1/2-inch angle brush like this. I have a little cup because I'm going to put some water in it, because I like to use clean water when I'm shading. And what I do is I load my brush with, first of all, I get it a little wet, or I get it wet, so it's ready to go like that. And then on the tip, like this tip right here, I'm going to load half of that tip. I'm going to load half of it with paint, and then the other half I will put in water like that. And then I have just some tissue here, and I will blend it. I'll blend it like that, and then I'll start shading. It's kind of hard from this angle. I've been shading projects for many years, so and have had lots of practice, so that's the point of me saying that. It just takes a lot of practice. It just depends on how much paint you load on your brush, how wet you have your brush. And my thing is, when I'm painting like this, if I get it too dark, I will just go back over it with a little bit of the paint, which I did right here. I did go back over that top line with some red paint because I got that black a little dark. So I'm sharing that with you because, you know, if you feel that you made a mistake, just put some more paint on it and have fun with it. So my video was going very well until I realized that I didn't have the camera on when I painted. I shaded the rind with some white to highlight it. I used a thin brush with some this color paint to show you how I just highlight the rind, just using 3, you know, just some lines all the way around like that. And then I also painted the watermelon seeds just with a round brush, and just making some like teardrop little motions. And so I apologize that I didn't have the camera on for that. Okay, next I will be doing the checkerboard. I'm using a 1/2 inch flat brush and just loading the whole brush with some black paint. And I am just, this is how I do my checkerboards. Very, very simple. It just takes a little practice. So I'm just doing some little motions like this, just doing one line down and then just catching that top corner and just going to go all the way around the entire board. The key to making a straight line is to make sure that you have enough paint on your brush and to hold it as straight as possible. I did speed the video up a little bit because this video could be very long, so I don't want you to think that I was painting that fast. Next, I will shade with a light brown because I really feel that that just also makes my whole project pop. This color is Autumn Brown by Ceramicoat. They don't make that color anymore. It just seriously breaks my heart. And I did have a bottle that I will continue to use until it's all gone, and then I will have to find another brown color that I like in the Americana. I'm using the same technique that I did with the black. I'm loading half of my brush with the brown paint and dipping the other half in water and blending that on my little paper towel napkin. And so I will just go around the entire project with the brown because, like I said, I really think that it enhances the project and it just really gives it that entire country look and feel, and that's what I'm going for. I've decided on this one up at the top, I'm going to paint Welcome. And so I'm just using a 1/4 inch flat brush and I am just making motions for my letters. I'll be honest with you, I have been painting and writing with a paintbrush for years, and so it just takes practice. I've never taken a class. I tell you that humbly. I tell you that the reason why, with a lot of practice, you can learn to paint like this yourself. I put a lot of time into my projects, and so I choose to do all of the extra shading because I really feel that that is my thing. It just kind of sets my projects apart from maybe some of the others that you may see. And so it just really depends on what you as an artist or crafter, what's the time you want to put into your project. So here I'm just going around the letters and I am just shading those to make them stand out as well. None of my projects would be complete without me pulling out my black Sharpie marker. I love to use the fine point as well as the ultra fine point. So those are the two black Sharpie markers that I'm going to be using on this project. I will just go around the entire board, highlighting different areas of the watermelon, as well as doing some squiggly lines all the way around. I do squiggly because, you know, sometimes you can't get those straight lines done, and I really think that it kind of adds to the country feel of everything. In that way, if you don't get your line straight, it looks like you meant to make it squiggly. So as I said, I'm using an ultra fine Sharpie marker here and just highlighting it even more. This is seriously my thing, guys. This is the doodling that I love. Just going around and just highlighting the different areas of it and just really making the whole project stand out. Okay, I will use some slick fabric paint, just tulip paint. You can get that in the paint section. And I am doing more. I am just highlighting the project, just blending all of those colors and just really making the entire project pop. I love to use this dimensional tulip paint on my projects like this because like I said, it is dimensional and it will give it a little raised look, and it just really just sets your project apart when you have all these little added extra things on your project. Yes, it takes extra time, but the finished project is one to be proud of. Okay, just when you think, all right, Tracy, are you finished with this thing yet? Nope, because I love to splatter black paint as well as white paint on my country projects, because I think that it just really ties in the entire thing. I just use a very stiff stencil brush and with an ice cream stick, and just wet it, put a little water in your paint so that it really thins it out, and just go along and just splatter it. Once the paint is completely dry, I put a coat of gloss varnish on my projects, just like this by Delta. And thanks so much for watching, guys. I appreciate your support by clicking that like button. Leaving me a comment always makes my day and inspires me to do more projects. So thanks so much. Have a great day, and God bless.